Hey everyone, this is Jim from Lado Finance. Welcome back to our channel. We are with you on 24th of January, opening the week video. Alright, before we start, we will just share some news with you and then we will just go on with our charts. Alright, the tensions between Russia and Ukraine is just growing and growing, and yesterday and this morning repeated U.S. officials just being evacuated. They just U.S. government just asked diplomats to leave the country, and they have advised its citizens, U.S. citizens, not to travel to Ukraine. And these days, that was a really big like a very big hit for the tensions. Just many analysts are just taking these as a start of the war, kind of. The reason, because this week normally Russia is expecting a response from US official, just saying that and giving guarantee on Ukraine not to join into NATO. Normally this week, if US government was about to give that response in a positive way, so it wouldn't ask its diplomats on evacuation. So probably they won't respond in a positive way, so they will just say it's Ukraine decision and we cannot guarantee anything. Then it will just trigger some moves. It's just a scene like that. If that happens, we will see really chaotic times in the market. All right, that was the thing. Another thing is today all the PMIs in Europe has shown that a slowdown in manufacturing and service sector is happening. So this is the first month, or this is the first flash PMI of the year, but many people think that high energy prices and tensions between Russia and Ukraine, all these kind of things will trigger some discomfort in the market, and then this will cause stop in recovery. That was the news. Another news is Yemen and Saudi Arabia. The war in Yemen is just getting chaotic. On Saturday, Saudi Arabia airstrike killed more than 70 civilians, and this was really big disaster. And not much people talk about this. Just for example, like if that happens like in some other places, US would say, all right, condemn all these kind of things, and just remember, like just an attack by Houthis, and then nobody has died. Just one person has died in United Arab Emirates, and US just officially condemned rebel Houthis. Saudi Arabia has killed more than 70 people and no condemnation from any country. It's just disgusting of this world. We will talk about this in coming days. All right, let's start with our, and this conflict, by the way, is just fueling the price of oil in a bullish sentiment, but the price already high and then causing inflation. We will eventually see the last price thing. And many people say that, all right, if Russia attacks to Ukraine, there will be a lot of problem and then the price will go up. Yeah, it will go up for some time, but at the same time, economies will slow and then demand for oil will be less. So eventually it will just crash from a higher point. That's also another story. All right, let's start with dollar index. Dollar index is rising and rising. Right now it's testing its critical level. It's 95,800 levels. When it just passed this level, it's trying 96 levels. And right now it is testing this level again. And on Wednesday, FOMC will happen, and on this meeting they won't increase, they are not expecting to increase interest rate, but A hawkish speech from Fed officials are expected. Reason for disinflation and high prices. They will just give the signal, and then they will just use the power of dollar. Dollar index is rising because of this reason. All right, as I said, 94 level was really low level, and eventually it will go up, and then it started to go up. And the target, let me show you the target. It will test these points soon. Probably in a few days we will see a dollar index going up. First pass 96, then it will test 96.600 levels in coming days. Then we will see declines in other assets like airspace. All right, let's look at US oil.
You are ready to win with us. GAN Markets.
All right, crude oil prices. Crude oil prices are just accumulating, accumulating for drop. I'm not saying for these one to go up. It's just consolidation time. I just made these green box. Let me just show you these green box, this similar green box. When it just hits the 85 level, and then it couldn't go higher than that one, and it just a period of just going up and down and then keeping the price high, then it just declines so fast. So I'm expecting, and many people are expecting, the same thing to happen in US oil as well. We will see a high level of sometime even less than these periods. It will just go higher, and then it will just go lower. First of all, these high prices are not sustainable, and it's not helping anybody in the world. High prices always. All right, just assume that countries producing oil, even them, they will get a heat from these, because they are not producing anything. They're only dependent on oil prices, and then the goods are just produced in China and Europe and US. So when the price of the things they buy goes higher, so there will be no point of high oil prices. They will just experience the same level of this inflation. They know this. That's why even OPEC members repeating that these levels, like a 90 or like a $100 of petroleum, is not sustainable. So we just want a stable market, but at the same time they don't want these going up every 2 months or 3 months, testing 85 and then just going back to 60. They don't want this as well. They say we want a stable market. That is the sweet spot of the oil. That is 65-75 level, maybe 60-70, just $10 and going up and down in a price channel. They want it, but the traders and geopolitical tensions is not allowing that one. 1 month or 2 months increasing, another 1-2 months is decreasing, so they cannot even make planning for their economies. We will see, but my expectation, even attack of Russia, temporarily it will go up, but then the people will just realize a war is not helping any consumption or something like that. We will see decline in coming days. I'm not saying like a price crash like 50 or 60. I'm just expecting the expected level of oil, like it's $70, something like that, is the good level, so manageable level. Price can just trade on level, so consumer and producer countries will be happy. All right, let's look at gold prices. Gold prices is a higher reason is the safe haven asset. All right, in the war times, in the conflict times, all the time, gold and silver is a safe place to keep the money inside. All right, people are just preferring this one Inflation is one reason. The other reason is the war possibility between Russia and Ukraine. Also, another thing, another interesting thing, I will just remind you. Just remember, like at just the beginning of November and December, we were talking about a conflict between Taiwan and China. Like China was making some practices, military practices around Taiwan and in Taiwan airspace. US was sending like the ships, and then we were talking about that, and suddenly it has changed to Russia and Ukraine. But China didn't forget this is happening, so they didn't forget all this happening. So in this context, after Beijing Winter Olympics, we may hear the same stories and we may witness two wars at the same time. Taiwan and China, and Ukraine and Russia. Two big brothers invading two small brothers. It's all the same scenario. China just take this as an advantage. This is also another story. Alright, so as long as these conflicts go on, the price of gold will be higher, and then the first level it's testing is 1845 on a decline. 1832 level is just being a support level. It's just going up and down on this level, and eventually, let me just show you, the price can go up to 1875 in like a short term. With the start of these conflicts, we may see that. If you just like see a guarantee from US officials this week sent to Russia, we may sudden drop in gold prices until to 1800. That's also another scenario, so please just be careful when trading on these fast changing times. Thank you so much for watching us. We will be together on more news, and we will cover more analysis with you. Bye.